What's up, guys? Time for a very special malt review. Today, we are doing from our favorite distillery, Longrow 21, 2020 version. Longrow is Springbank's double distilled, pretty heavily, peated single malt. It is peat dried for up to 48 hours. And this particular version utilizes 95%, look at this color. It can't be first fill, but 95% sherry casks, 5% bourbon. Comes in this nice box, golden color. And this is, again, the October 20th, 2020 bottling. Longrow 21, of course, as all Springbank products, presented naturally. Non-chill filtered, natural color, at 46% ABV. Let's check it out. And now, one last thing, Longrow, relatively newer distillery for Springbank. Of course, first distillation 1973, somewhat of a throwback. If you read Alfred Barnard, the famous British historian's book, The Whiskey Distilleries of the United Kingdom, he talks about old school Springbank back in the 1800s was much more heavily peated. We're actually going to be showcasing that book fairly soon here and reviewing that book for you as well, some book reviews. So kind of a throwback to how Springbank once was. Back in the glory days when Campbelltown was number one by far. It is today, but when Campbelltown had so many distilleries because of its location to the trade with Glasgow, it was really number one, period, for all distilleries in Scotland. On the nose. So just the essence of what modern Longrow sherry can do. So dirty, so filthy, so Longrow, yet still clean with that Campbelltown character. Beautiful sherry, zero sulfur, dark dates, raisins, figs, plums, brown sugar. All kinds of herbs, baking spices. Just beautiful, dark, sweet, charred bonfire smoke. That 48 hours of peat is just gorgeous. I believe this is around 45 to 50 ppm, similar to your Lefroy 10s and Ardbeg 10s. Oh, so beautiful. Just amazing what Springbank malt, heavily smoked, can do. Oh, just the baking spices, nutmeg, and now sandalwood, and all kinds of fresh incense, like you're burning beautiful sweet incense everywhere. Definitely some salty, mineral Campbelltown character, and some light farminess, some light mud, for sure mud, and a little bit of sheep wool, a little bit of wet dog. You're not quite getting into like the dirty horse and definitely not cow manure, but dirty horse or wow. Oh wow. But it is fairly farmy. Mm. Horse sweat. What I was trying to say. You're not getting into the dirty horse or horse sweat quite, but some fresh sheep's wool, some wet dog, and definitely heavy dirt and earth for sure. Palate. Mm. Hmm. Mm. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Mm. What can I say? The essence of modern sherry with the extra jacked up peat of Longrow. It's like the most beautiful, delicate modern sherry cask mixed with the dirty, earthy farminess of Longrow. It's so imperfect, like in the best way. Wow. Yeah, again, on the sherry side, raspberries, plums, golden raisins, figs, dates, some very light lime, but then the peat adds all these bitter herbs, and you're getting a little bit of mustard and peppercorn and that smoke and incense and sandalwood in the background. But just the best thing about this for me as a nice change from a Springbank 21 or even the new Hazelburn 21 is that dirtiness, that earthy farminess of the peat, the extra peat. Yeah, it's like a little bit of coastal sea spray, but the Campbelltown character is so much more inland now. It's getting much, much farmier on the palate. Let's add some water. Much. As with many peated whiskeys, it's peatier on the palate. This is no different. Far peatier, and in this case, earthier and farmier on the palate. Check the nose. Wow. So, nose with water, everything getting way sweeter, way more syrupy, brown sugar goodness coming out. The earthiness, farminess, smoke more in the background now. The dried bitter herbs more in the background now. Just sweet brown sugar, syrupy honey goodness. Heavy, heavy dark honey coming out. Oh, wow. Getting so honeyed. Palate. Mm. Wow. 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 It's like all that farminess, all that sheep's wool, and then like the burlap, like gentian qualities, You literally just pour dark Manuka honey all over all of that. Like insane. With those golden raisins, those raspberries, plums, figs, dates. Wow. And still a little bit of that bonfire smoke circling around it. Wow. Complex. Delicious and complex. Again, such a different adventure from your regular Springbank 21 you're used to. Unfortunately, it's impossible to get now. Even for us, these things are like done. But if you can get it, what a yin and yang to have Longrow 21 and Springbank 21 side by side. Last little bit here. Wow. Deep, dark, rich. Manuka honey, oak spice, bitter herbs, and then baking spices, nutmeg, cardamom, heavy cinnamon, plums, figs, golden raisins. But still, the back and forth between a very delicate, refined sherry cask, modern, zero sulfur, great sherry cask, with that dirty darkness, and the finish. The finish is never lasting, everlasting. Wow. Oh, the finish. Oh, again, brown sugar, sweet, syrupy apples and peaches, apricots, but all dirty herbal and farmy, all back and forth. It's gonna keep opening up and changing too as the bottle goes down. Wow, unreal. Wow. Longrow 21, 2020 edition. Again, 95% sherry, 5% bourbon. I give this a very strong 90 out of 100. Just phenomenal stuff. Let me know, guys, please, what's your favorite year of Longrow 21? And many more to come. Please like, subscribe if you enjoy the content. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers.